Now here is why it is so important how you feel. And I will give you a few examples that you can reach into your own records and figure out how to create your own examples when you created something magnificent and it was related to the way how you felt back then. And I mentioned in my previous video that it is so important how you feel, and this is your only job that you have, to make yourself feel good 24/7 at any given moment of the day. And you'll see why. You probably are guessing already why. So how do you make yourself feel good? Food that you're eating, drinks that you're drinking, substances that you're not using, which is the highest level of intoxication, and then you stop emitting. You cannot emit your thoughts and frequencies, and you cannot receive any thoughts or frequencies. So you're kind of committing yourself to being a vegetable at young age and being depressed. And I mean, how you make yourself feel good? You smile more, you laugh, you dance, you go out, breathe as much sunshine as possible, walk barefooted on the grass, ground yourself, have a dream board, watch websites and magazines of some luxury items, not to focus on having them, but just on creating the vision of abundance. Creating the vision of abundance. And this reminds me of something from my past. When I was younger, I was dancing every single night out and dancing, even by myself if I don't have company. And I do remember that money had never been a problem for me. I never even thought about money. I always had money. And this reminds me of another friend of mine who was telling me how she was raised by her mom. And they were not coming from a rich family or anything special in particular. Apparently, spiritually, they were at a very high level. And she said that anytime her and her sister wanted to go out and buy something, her mom was giving them money. She never ever said, we don't have money, you cannot do that, now you have to save, da 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 da. Yeah, so I have an issue with saving also. But anytime when I actually need to invest in something, I have the resources to invest in something. Never focused on money. Money for me is not the object of my focus. The object of my focus is my energy, what I'm doing with it, what I'm doing with my life, what I envision for myself. And now here is the example that I actually wanted to share with you. When in 2019, I came out of cancer, which I actually handled extremely well, going to the gym as if I was not sick at all. I was working, I actually doubled my production, and so on and so forth. 6 months of chemotherapy, whatever. I bought my ticket to go and treat myself, trip to Aruba so I can recover. And then again, never thought about money. I was focusing on how I feel. One day though, end of 2019, I realized that my business was not going well. Nothing for me was actually going well. And I started listening to some podcasts I started to open up my mind for looking for opportunities to see what I'm going to catch. And I joined a group for meditation and visualization, and I started to practice everything that the group was teaching me. One of the things was to participate in a contest. We were 6,000 people in this group. Only I followed the instructions, and I won the grand prize. It was an iPhone. So the job was pretty simple, and nobody followed and did it but me. Why? Because my level of determination and of being sick and tired were very high. That's important. So I had to go back to my office and print 100 pictures of something to boost my enthusiasm and envisioning, because I turned around left and right, up and down, and my house was stripped of pictures, of objects, of anything. It was like totally freaking empty. This was my choice. I did it on purpose. And what did it do to me? Stripped me down of any kind of feelings and vibrations and imagination and visualization. So the goal was to put these 1,100 pictures of whatever I envision and I would like to bring to my life on the walls. So I covered 2 walls with those pictures. 2 walls. It's not a vision board, it's not a dream board, 8x4 or whatever. 2 walls. And I printed only pictures of ocean views from my bedroom, wherever it was back then that I wanted to be. That's all. And then I had to create 6 videos. This is how my YouTube channel started. I had to create 6 videos. I've never done this in the past, before I started doing the videos. And every day a different subject, not more than 5-minute video. And then I monetized my YouTube channel, and then the rest is history. So that's how it started. And a little later on, my son, who now lives on the islands, shared with me one day. He said, "Mom, I think that you created all this with these pictures on the walls." I'm like, uh-huh. You think? And then, coming to the point of the story. Now this is like mind-boggling what happened. Because it is so important how you feel when you make decisions. I obviously felt really good when I actually booked a business trip to Arizona. I didn't really know how exactly I'm going to pay for it. I never even thought about it actually, and it's already happened. So I booked up this business trip, and a friend of mine comes to visit me, and she was like, "So when are you going?" And I'm like, "The business trip is 3 days, Friday, Sunday, Monday I'm back, or Sunday evening I'm back." She was like, "Are you crazy? Have you ever been to Sedona?" I'm like, "No. You have to book the trip, to be there 2 days early, to book the whole trip, to write down where you're going, what would you like to visit." And then someone else told me, "You need to book a car. You cannot go there and just rely on taxis and cabs." And then I realized, oh my God, there are so many opportunities that I would have missed if I didn't meet these friends to give me these ideas. So I booked my trip to arrive there 2 days in advance, and I rented a Jeep. And I drove through the desert all by myself in a Jeep, not knowing where I'm going. I had a slight idea what I would like to see, but I was like, okay, here is my Jeep, here is where I'm going, and then here is how I have to change my conversation with the hotel because I'm probably not going to come back. It was a mess in my mind, but I was doing it, okay? So all of a sudden I arrive where I'm heading and close to the red rocks. And then I'm thinking, where am I going? What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? I need to do this and this and this. And then I all of a sudden look up as I was driving and I see an arrow that says information. Like, yes, this is exactly what I need. I need information. So 3 blocks down the road, I drive to the information, whatever information it is, and I get inside. And there was a young guy there, like, we spoke a lot. His father appeared to be a real estate mogul in his area. And the guy was having birthday the next day. I mean, we got into like an hour conversation and he was like, how can I help you? I'm like, I have no idea how you can help me, but this is what I would like to do. And you are going to tell me how I'm going to do it so I can be back in my hotel. And he's like, okay, breathe, calm down. Here is water, sit down. So here is what you're going to do. First of all, you're not going back to your hotel. Ta-da! I'm like, how exactly am I going to do this? And where I'm going to stay? And he's like, you're gonna stay in a nice villa with amazing facilities, swimming pool, all by yourself. And then in the morning, you need to attend a class. I'm like, okay, I got you. All right, I think I can do that. And what else? And he said, in return, I'm going to book you a helicopter ride for free above the Rocky Mountains. So you're going to accomplish this, and then here is the restaurant that you're looking for, and you're gonna go there and tell them I'm sending you, and you have a reservation already. And how did it happen, all this, in 5 minutes without me knowing what is going to happen? But I really knew what I want. I mean, you tell me. This is actually how it works. So everything worked perfectly all right. In the morning, I go to this meeting, and they are selling, of course, travel packages and whatever, memberships and so on and so forth. And I was like, no, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to listen. I'm not going to buy anything. Okay? So that's how I go there. At the end, they asked, for the first one who is going to buy our package, we have free vacation to Hawaii. And I'm like, yes, yes, that's me, go for it, let's go. and then I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? So I go sign all the papers and everything. I had to pay $10,000. And then the guy said, oh, you're a real estate agent. Oh, we have discounts for real estate agents. So instead of $10,000, I paid $3,000 in installments. And then I had my excursion to Hawaii for free, where I actually decided to move one day to Hawaii because I fell in love with the island. And this is how it works in real life time. There are ways. If you would like to make something happen, you need to do certain things, and it is all geared towards bringing your vibrational level of frequencies up by living healthy lifestyle, breathing, be grateful, living gratitude. Start your day right. Start with some kind of visualization and saying a prayer of what you're grateful for and how the day will be amazing. Be mindful of the words that you're using and the thoughts that you're having. And watch how you feel. It's that important. It's that important, and I didn't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Imagine today you are at the traffic light and you're frustrated and you just want to curse and you just want to, you know what? This is the frequency that you are at, and this is what you're going to keep getting. So that's why from the time I can remember myself, I don't care about traffic. I don't care about red lights. I always find something to do to enjoy my time in traffic. And that's how I am. And I make everything possible to smile as much as I can and sending good thoughts and much love to you. Wishing you success. I'll see you in my next video, and to success. Tschüss.